Good afternoon, everyone. Good day, everyone. This is Sean Glenn with Q Cannabis. Today, we're highlighting one of our favorite digital marketing specialists, Hybrid Marketing. We've worked with these guys for a few years now, and they're based here in Colorado. And we've got their founder and CEO, Greg Peters, with us. We're going to keep this really light and informal, but Q is highlighting a lot of our partners and platforms that we think are really important right now, especially as it pertains to sales and marketing and customer safety. We wanted to highlight Greg and his shop today because they are a really comprehensive strategist and when it comes to your digital marketing approach, and they've been a great partner of ours, so I wanted to give them the floor today. Welcome, Greg. Thanks for joining.
Excellent. Thanks for having me, Sean. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So just give us a quick overview of Hybrid and some of the history and what you guys are working on right now, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were founded in 2015. We're end-to-end cannabis marketing located in the Santa Fe Arts District in Denver, Colorado. We focus on branding, strategy, marketing, and that can encompass all forms of digital, traditional. Traditional is a little bit more challenging these days, but analytics and automation. And really, we put the client's business growth objectives at the center of our universe. And we have kind of a comprehensive discovery process to extract that winning combination of tactics in the end to, again, drive growth objectives. And, if I speak to the team, we feel like we've assembled a team of A-plus players. Most of our individuals have been in the cannabis marketing space since the beginning in 2011, which has really allowed us to gain kind of a very competitive and give us visibility and learning into what works, how to stay compliant, how to keep our clients safe, and in the end, how to help them win.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, Colorado is a great ecosystem for that, just with the relatively mature set of operators here, as well as a lot of the technology companies and folks that are really pushing the envelope with some of the stuff that you do need to run a business here in this space. So yeah, I'm happy to have you guys here right in our backyard and be able to work closely with you.
Same here. This is a great partnership for sure.
Yeah. So I guess one of the things I wanted to ask you is just current events and with some of your clients, you don't have to name any names, but what are some of the things that they're thinking about and spending their dollars on right now?
I'll tell you. So I'll start with one of our local clients is, obviously with everything shifting, digital is more important than ever. So essentially when some of those mandates came out, we had to quickly implement, communicate, and kind of measure. So what we implemented was making sure that we had compliant processes for curbside, making sure that safety and sanitation procedures were top of mind. And of course, we had all of these procedures and communications via multiple outlets through social, through email, through signage. And I'll tell you, some of our clients have had some of their most record-breaking months during in the last 3 months. We'll just say that. And everybody's glued to their digital devices. That's really what it is. And we had a large number of physical events that we used to manage and execute, and we've moved those digital. So we've created a platform, kind of a virtual 420 that happens now every month for one of our clients. And we're really focused on music, DJs, diversity, and connection. And I'll tell you one thing that surprised us is, in the general market sectors, influencer marketing may be dead, but I'll tell you, we've actually found kind of a renewed interest in it in the last few months. So I would say, moving your events to a digital platform like Twitch and producing through all sorts of social, email, if you believe that, it's absolutely still a relevant platform, probably more than ever. It helps you own your list and own your market set.
Yeah.
And then of course, social helps us quickly communicate the, dynamically changing environment and keeping customers up to date. So that's kind of the Colorado side of things. Looking across the US, we've actually seen aggressive growth in the build phases. So we're working with an operation out of Michigan right now that expects to expand to right around 14 retail locations over the next 12 months. They're fully vertically integrated. While they get stood up, obviously they're selling other organizations, products and things like that. But they have an aggressive growth strategy. They're moving forward. They see the opportunity that cannabis can provide in the current climate. So, I'd say what are we doing to maintain that client success other than our standard suite of services? I would say virtualizing the events, influencer marketing, brand strategy, really tightening up your brand and putting the psychology behind it so that everybody is getting the correct, I'll call it value perception out of your brand. And then some of the other things I would say is, branded PPE, so personal protection equipment like masks.
Yeah.
PR is huge. Another differentiator is just corporate social responsibility programs. So we absolutely have and then Sean, you know them very well as well, a strong player in CSR,
Yep.
corporate social responsibility, and what our organizations are doing to help. And to extend beyond that, I'd say interviews and podcasts, and when you're leveraging these pieces of content, you want to make sure that, with everybody trying to make the most out of their dollar, is they're leveraging what they are putting out kind of to the nth degree. So one of the tips that we've been doing is, as we're doing either, producing videos, interviews, podcasts, is, simply put, we're transcribing and adding that kind of invisibly to the site for SEO value. So that's, we're taking that one piece of content and being able to stretch it to really have a dramatic impact on findability and search, of course.
Yeah. I mean, and you touched on a number of different topics here. And I think I just wanted to point out that a lot of this can feel really daunting, especially as you're just starting out a business or just starting out a brand. Don't try to go it alone, right? Get some help here. It's well worth the investment. And, that's why we wanted to, feature you guys today, Greg, because we know you guys can handle a lot of those things and do it really well and really set the foundation for these brands. And maybe they already are established, but, they're probably also just looking at becoming more efficient and how to get the most bang out of that investment, right? So that's where you guys come in for sure.
Absolutely, that's a good point. I would always say never skimp on brand. We we tend to spend some time on doing what's already out there for established companies, and again, building that psychology behind it. If it's one thing that you do invest in, it's absolutely your brand. It is your face. It is the persona that you're creating out there with your clients. And again, that value perception. There's rooms. We were talking to folks in Oklahoma and Alaska. There's absolutely room to be the low cost player. Like if you want to be the Bud Light of cannabis, there's absolutely space, but own it and move in that direction. Full confidence. Then there is also the more value-based. You're always, it's almost kind of the craft beer type of approach where we want to paint you as special, unique, and really start to put those unique differentiators out into the marketplace via your brand.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I also want to just touch again on some of that corporate social responsibility, because that's actually something I really enjoy about being in the cannabis industry, is that sense of community that we create here and the giving back to the community for various causes, I think is ultra important right now. And, any type of guidance to help a brand, get steered in the right direction there, I think is really valuable right now too, because they can do a lot of damage if you have some missteps there, and no one's going to remember all the good stuff you did. It's just the bad stuff, that might come up. So it's really important to have a defined strategy and outcome and to work with someone that knows what they're doing in that space. And it's also important, when you're just trying to get licensed in a lot of states, they're requiring quite a significant corporate social responsibility aspect to your application. And they're going to be, awarding licenses based on almost that particular piece alone, not necessarily fully alone, but, it's a big portion of it, and everything else looks equal. So
It's really important to have some good partners in that space, so you guys can definitely help in that area as well.
Hey, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of broke up there for 2 seconds.
Oh, it did. Okay. Well, it's all right. We can let's just keep going here. You know,
Okay.
we're all used to technology at this point, and
True. You can chop whatever you want up, right?
yeah. So I guess what's one thing that maybe an operation, whether they are established or just starting, what's something that maybe they're not thinking about when it comes to a marketing strategy?
I'll tell you, you keyed in on it, is corporate social responsibility, and applications are absolutely being won or lost kind of with that sort of plan in place. And, you know, it's such a young industry, you know, with an opportunity above and beyond other market segments where you do have the opportunity to really found your company and, you know, be a part of a marketplace that is trying to do good and trying to generate equity and equality out there with all individuals. And really starts with CSR is definitely a differentiator during the cannabis process or the application process. And we've seen a lot of that in St. Louis. And of course, we tend to send those or bring in our friends at Cannabis Doing Good. Yep. And then they're a huge differentiator there. And then that's absolutely where we steer them. And then we start to build the brand and actually some of the execution components that we put out there. Now, if you're established or you're wondering what to do that's pretty cost effective with marketing, I would say really two things is social, being mindful of some of the platform regulations on social. Yeah. And then two is blogging. So, you know, in the interest of getting the biggest bang for your buck is we want to make sure that if you have the means to do SEO guided blogs or and that type of thing, that not only one goes on your site as thought leadership and helps to really close the loop on your brand in a positive light, but also has a dramatic impact on SEO. So, you know, Google is always looking for new pages. They want to serve up the correct answer to a searcher's query. And, you know, we want to make sure if it's SEO guided that your site comes up and does that. And those are relatively cost effective, right? You can write them internally. You could grab the reports from us and write them yourself. We can ghost author them for you and that type of thing. But that's a very good place to start.
Yeah. I mean, content marketing is one of those things where it's just so important, right? It drives that inbound traffic. You know, everything kind of starts from that content marketing piece, and it can feel relentless sometimes too. So again, it's really good to have some expertise and also to be able to optimize those for search, right? So there's a lot of aspects to it, and you know that's where you guys are really helpful.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, so what's top of mind for you guys? What are you guys wanting to get accomplished in 2020? What's been exciting for you, I guess, you know, anything you want to leave us with before we wrap up?
I would say for us in 2020, it's just like everybody else, is being extremely cognizant of our client success. So we are fully sensitive to the fact that we cannot be successful unless our clients are successful. So with everything, we've been staying extremely close and more than ever becoming a partner and a strategist inside of their business, whether we deliver it or not. You know, I myself have a background in 20 years of P&L consulting for some of the Fortune 500 companies. So, you know, what we look to do is really partner with a company, even beyond, above and beyond marketing. In the end, I really don't care. If it's something or someone in my network that can help our clients, we're absolutely going to bring them in, because a healthy customer makes us healthy. So making sure that our clients stay healthy is priority number one. Two, just making sure all of our people have a place to keep on coming to work, and treating them as first, and being very sensitive to the fact that everybody is a human being with families, and that they need to be supported in this time in different ways. So making sure that, one, we stay close to clients, two, we put in our people first, and three, continuing to spread the good word on cannabis, and making sure that we are a change agent for the perception of cannabis. We want to make sure that everybody understands that this is not reefer madness anymore. It's really part of a overarching health and wellness story that can have many benefits.
Yeah. I mean, that's you hit on a number of really key points close to my heart as well. So, and I know you're a man of your word because I can't even tell you how many different introductions you brought into us. So really, it's just been great working with you guys, and it's great to hear you guys are, ramped fully back up and, busy and doing well and taking care of your employees. And then also, like you said, spreading the good word about the health and wellness benefits of cannabis. And it's not just about, getting high. So
Yep.
All good stuff, Greg. Really appreciate your time. Is there anything else you wanted to cover, or you good?
No, I would just love to just shout out to Q. I mean, you guys have been an awesome partner, and as new operations open up, definitely you guys are the first stop, or we send them your website and the marketplace to understand kind of what they need and the stack, the software stack, and the professional services and managed services that they need to kind of get started. So we absolutely appreciate that partnership and having you in the camp of resources when we talk to different organizations out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that as well. Yeah. And then, for the audience out there, if, you are just wondering about some of these questions we brought up and want to discuss any type of technology or business services as it relates to running your cannabis operation, come check us out. We're at QCUEcannabis.com, and we can help get the dots connected for you on your technology and business services. All right. Thanks so much, Greg. Really appreciate it. It's great catching up, and stay healthy and safe out there. And we'll talk to you soon.
You too. Thank you, Sean.